Hey yo, what up, world? It's your boy Croy. Uh, back at you with some new. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, gonna try to do this rap podcast once again. So this is just a little introduction to let y'all know a little bit about me. For those who don't already know, most people should already know. I mean, obviously they follow me. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? Still trying to figure out how to go live stream on some other platforms. But this is my lovely lady Danielle
Hello.
Johnson. And you know what I'm saying? We up here do we live in that thing.
I know. Your girl be blushing all the time.
You wanna talk to the people? I talk a lot and I
Okay.
don't think people really even be wanting to fuck with me, but I like to talk, so I'm gonna talk anyway.
Me too. And people don't be watching me. So I hope that y'all start watching this. So obviously, oh, Amanda's not up there. Well then, black family trauma.
Oh, okay, you wanna go ahead and go right into it?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Okay. No, see, I was gonna do like the little intro, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna let them know about rap. But that's cool. That's cool, cause like it's something that we literally talk about like
Every
all the
day.
time. Yeah, like every single time. And having like realizations and stuff and getting to the point where we like can start to like break generational curses and whatnot. So yeah, this is episode one, and really, rap is an acronym. Like for y'all, you know, I'm Corey when I'm an artist. My baby rapping too. You know what I'm saying? She
You
be
know what I'm
doing
saying?
her.
Hello, Shum.
You know what I'm saying? You might have to spish on for the people one time. One time, not today. You don't gotta do
Oh,
it
okay. I was
today. I'm
like,
just saying like one time for the one time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all zero people out there watching. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just
one
kidding.
day we gonna have like
No. I'm just
10.
you know. But but um yeah, man. So you so black family traumas. Um, obviously, if you live in America, if you have ever had any type of interaction with any type of black person, or you are a black person, or any type of melanated minority, then like you already know what we're talking about is some of the extra disadvantages and things that we deal with coming up. You know, I'm me being the age that I ain't gonna put it out there right now, but you know, I'm grown. I'm grown. And it's like, you know, I'm still learning things about myself. I'm still trying to undo a lot of things and still trying to like it's important for me to be a good person, you know? I think
Okay.
yeah, it's important for me to evolution is important to me, and I feel like a lot of people have this mindset where it's like, well, I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like if if I'm something that you perceive as negative, then you just get away from me because I'm gonna keep being this way, and that's that.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I don't. If that type of narrative continues to spread, like then people will just be comfortable with not being shit and not trying to ever like be better or do better and nothing. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think? How do you define trauma?
Ooh. Okay. To me, there's different types of trauma, or experiences, you know what I'm saying? Or those we might classify as little bumps in the road. Trying to make sure y'all hear me.
Make sure as long as you're talking to Mike, you good.
But just trying to, that's a hard thing. When I think of traumatic, I think of stuff that causes my behavior to change drastically or change consistently over time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that you have to either put up new boundaries or it either turns into patterns throughout life.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to me, a lot of definitions can come out of trauma because it's really based upon our opinions as well. Because everybody thinks trauma is something different. But to me, like, I think of big moments of trauma, things that kind of help cause problems in my life, and things I kind of attributed to it.
Mm-hmm. Attribute to it, yeah.
Yeah.
So that,
Wow. But
like, I mean, cause like for me, you know, I think by my definition, I think trauma is like an event, like an accident or something that happens in your life that causes like a more permanent form of like mental damage.
That's a little bit of mother
You know? No, but I understand what you're saying too, though. You're speaking more about like the specifics of like how people deal with it and stuff like that, which I feel like is stuff that we need to that should be discussed more, especially in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's as bad anymore like it used to be, but there was always like the stigma of like nobody cares or telling you like to get over it or like
That's true.
yeah, yeah, like yeah, and it's like even myself, what I'm saying, I got caught up in that mindset of I was told a lot to just, oh, that's just life. This is just what it is, and just deal with it. And you don't realize how much like you start to suppress things, and I'm not. It's not to say that everybody doesn't have trauma or can't have some type of specific trauma, but I know in my experience, black people in general, especially black women, what I'm saying, like, because being a woman in and of itself is a whole other thing, but
Man,
then being black and a woman is another
extra.
big thing. Yeah. So like, what are like, what's your experience as a black woman in America? Like,
Me, um,
that's like the root to a lot of pain, a lot of trauma. You know what I'm saying? A lot of strength, though, a lot of triumph, a lot of black girl magic. But
it goes into a lot of categories. Being a black woman for me in America is trying to make sure I'm strong for myself and
hmm
also the others around me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of natural. It's something that was kind of instilled in us from little. So we had to. Being a black woman in America is like growing up being a mother at a young age. It's being underestimated. You know what I'm saying? At the things you're best at, from career wise to anything creative to it's a lot. It branches off in just too many different categories. And it makes it harder for a lot of things. It makes it harder to overcome,
especially
yet we
top.
still have to. It makes it harder to overcome, yet we still have to overcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't.
And it's
Go ahead.
exhausting.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
exhausting. Like, and I know being a black man is exhausting. I feel like both are equally exhausting.
And we talk about that a lot. How like y'all are like probably the most oppressed and like marginalized and disenfranchised groups. And then for those of us black men that do realize that and actually try to do something about it and be helpful, it's more work because like on top of having to be protected for y'all, like we're right there, right behind y'all in terms of having a lot of the same feelings and stuff too. So
I
that's
think,
that's where the exhaustion and stuff comes in.
yeah, because I think by that time y'all get to certain women, the damage be already done. Like,
True,
already done. And it's just like,
and vice versa, yeah. And that's why it's important for me. Like we were talking earlier, a lot of black men and women give up on each other, and we both go to all these other alternatives, same sex stuff, and different race stuff, and all this other stuff. And I'm not judging anybody for any of that stuff. Well, you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever floats your boat. But I have a problem with that conclusion coming from a place of like already having been scorned and hurt, and then like that's your alternative. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's just like there's we should be more like resonating with each other's feelings and more understanding and like because we all come from a black woman, so like a black woman shouldn't be like necessarily like hating another black woman simply because she's black. You know what I'm saying? Or even a black man. It's like you also came from a black man. You know what I'm saying? Assume that you're full blooded black. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like because you could be a little mixed baby out there, which is like a popular thing. But it's just about more togetherness because it's like if we both feeling so attacked by everybody and everything, why are we also gonna attack each other as well?
Yeah, and keep on. It's like a breakdown. I just feel like, you ever watch those documentaries on the breakdown of Black America and almost the almost kind of the extinction of the race.
Mm-hmm.
and it's you see that there's books on the tactics they use against us
Mm-hmm.
to kill races off instead of it's not like back in the gap. You can't just for most parts of the world, you just can't kill people off like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't kill whole races off like that. That's not humane. It's not
That's genocide.
accepted. It's
Like
genocide.
you trying to eradicate
But now,
eradicate a whole group of people.
but
Like
now, like we're being targeted psychologically and I mean physically too. You know, it's pickings out here from
yeah, from
kidnappings to
police brutality is big. It's been a big thing in the last 10 years. Like I mean, I've always known it's been an issue, but like the further along social media comes and everything, and then like we see so much more, and it's crazy that like we're at this point and a lot hasn't changed. You watch a lot of old movies, listen to a lot of old speeches, old music, like we still it's still the same old song and dance. So like
and
I
then
want this to be a platform where people can chime in and like they can talk and like we can come up with ideas and solutions. I want to be proactive about the things that are like important to me, you know. And it starts with me healing my mindset and looking out for our people and trying to help them heal their mindsets as well. So in order to yeah, let me scoot that down a little bit.
see, I'm so used to being on iPhone, so it's like on iPhone, like I'm not gonna look up there for the camera, but now I gotta look up here. I'm getting used to it 'cause my eyes is like, dude, don't cross-eyed, don't go cross-eyed.
Where you looking at?
Like,
You looking at your stuff or you looking at the camera right here?
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at myself, but it's just
Cause
like,
see that she got a reason. Oh, that's what you. Now I'm looking at myself too, and I'm looking at
it's
you.
just like I'm over there, like I want to look at myself, but I just look at the camera, and that's just like hard.
Yeah, these just like the growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get used to the to like
Different equipment and stuff like
yeah,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like so basically what it is. I mean, like again, I said if y'all know me for a while, you know I've been talking about trying to do a podcast for a hot minute, and you know with the help of my girl, she you know what I'm saying like finally helped me like get going on it, moving forward and stuff, giving me ideas, looking up like different products and stuff. So we got a little setup now, you know what I'm saying? Off of the maybe I can get an endorsement through Windows cuz I got
PC,
the
Apple
little
Made, something like
ain't no Apple stuff here. That's all your stuff. Oh yeah, that's your phone. You
that. Oh,
gonna
look,
go
I'm gonna
live over
invite
there
Apple to
too?
your world. Okay,
Well,
Steve Jobs.
Steve, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing bad because rest in peace, Steve Jobs. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't the job I'm trying to pursue.
Oh, that's cool.
Nah, nah. Boo Apple. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, first of all,
No, no,
I got
no.
an Apple phone right
But
now.
see, look, black men and black women can't even agree on. We were just listening to a song by Masego talking about he's an Android man, she's an iPhone woman. We can't even. We got to get on one accord for something. Like, what are we doing here? What's going on? But
That's amazing crap that we do. So,
that's gonna be a problematic term. I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be a crackhead, an actual crackhead. That's gonna be like, I ain't never used no lighter like that. I like small, I like small flames. I'm
this is
offended.
problematic.
Where did y'all even come up with that? I'm a small flame kind of guy. Stay under the spoon better. I'm saying, if anybody's a crackhead out there struggling with those things, I definitely apologize. I'm just saying, these is jokes, man. I feel like I'm a little funny, and and I'm able to like be on some Dave Chappelle shit where we could like talk about serious shit, but like still have fun with it.
Oh yeah,
Cause
that's exactly
everybody,
what I would do because even though things are really freaking problematic, some of that shit be fun. Like no lie, like I gotta make me a joke or two to ease the
a lot of
pain.
that shit be funny,
Black
and
people ease the pain by laughing and making
I
jokes,
was
which
just
we shouldn't do most of the time, but we do it anyway because
I was just about to say, like, I'm guilty of it at times, but like I try to, like I tell Babe, I got a term called "put a cap on it." I don't know where I really coined that from, but it's just like basically just not taking stuff too far. You know what I'm saying? Like being like, okay, like pull back, and that's why I originally was like, look, I apologize if anybody is struggling, because I know everybody's coming from all kinds of different personal struggles,
yeah, walks of life.
and certain jokes might like kind of hit home and trigger certain things. But yeah, I say the same thing all the time. Like, and I went back and forth with people on Facebook because of that. Because like I'll see people, we all post these memes and these jokes, and you could tell people be talking from a place of like, something personal or some hurt
Yeah.
or all kinds of different stuff, and then like
No, it's like we can do memes and shit, but we can't say that shit no more. We just have it in the picture. The picture makes it funny because it's like, oh, ha, it's a picture. You know what I'm saying? Now you thought it in your head and you can relate. As soon as somebody say, "Oh my god, who shot you?"
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find one now, cause like I said, like it's everybody really. Meme culture is just like American culture at this point. You know, well, not even just American. Yeah, it's world culture, but you know, like a lot of these, well, besides TikTok, a lot of these apps were started in America, created by Americans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool. I just did it.
Yeah.
Just now, I just did it. You gonna see the tape?
He moves so fast. Like it's either I don't be paying attention or he moves too fast.
But yeah, man. Like I said, meme culture is global. It's a global thing now, and everybody likes to just poke fun about everything and everything. But like sometimes we have to take a minute to like address our feelings. That's something that like I said earlier, in my adult age, it's still new to me. I'm still learning like to not always just be trying to be goofy about everything all the time because we all have underlying
Issues.
traumas, issues, that take a toll on our mental health. And the quicker we get real with it, the better off we'll be. You know what I'm saying? Music, movies, social media, all that stuff influences us constantly. And all we do is try to go back and forth battling with the internet. And we all know the internet is undefeated. Anyways, so we might as well just like try to become the most best and secure, like and most stable version of ourselves so that the internet ain't gotta keep fucking us up. Nobody wanna be exposed. Nobody wanna be made fun of in a way like look at all our celebrities, R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and I know their situations are problematic, but it's a lot of other like black celebrities where we think it's funny to just tear them down. And a lot of times I'll be thinking like, man, these people need help, bro.
They do need help.
I don't want to just be the
Uh,
person that's constantly just like demonized, like cancel them. I'd be like,
I don't believe canceling nobody, but sometimes you have to shame people. I
mm-hmm,
yeah, I just come from you know that era. When I say that era, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as the black household, my people's very direct. You know what I'm saying? They told you what it is right then and there. You know what I'm saying? That no, it wasn't the best all the time, but it showed it put people on front street to realize they bullshit. Most
mm,
definitely. Like, come on, it's real. We out in the world. A lot of shit can't be sugarcoated no more.
true,
But
that's true.
I feel like a lot of shit is sugarcoated. You know what I'm saying? And though there
Gotta call a
is,
spade a
yeah,
spade.
yeah, though there is a lot of things that need to be addressed, there are some things that I feel personally not as serious. You know what I'm saying? We'll go into those topics of the things I like am on the fence about, I'm strong about, I'm not so strong about. You know what I'm saying? Then again, these are only opinions. They will only be opinions. These are my opinions, personal opinions. You know, whether somebody get mad at me or not, I stand on my opinion. However, I'm open to hearing other people's viewpoints and opinions. This is the best way.
Yeah, and we all gotta be. We're supposed to be like everybody's supposed to have like at least a certain level of consideration for how other people feel about things. Um, and you also are free to just separate yourself if you realize that your opinions are too different or too extreme, and it's causing like a great disconnect. You just can just
Most definitely, you are able to
you know.
walk away at any point in time given. So serious.
Yeah, and I agree with stuff being too sugar coated. Like I say that all the time. So I mean, like yeah, you could shame people. Like one thing I liked about the baby situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I know everybody remember the baby. If you don't, you can look it up. You know he said some things earlier this year had like a bit of a cancellation and was like, hey, he trying to get his way back up. You know what I'm saying? You know but what I was gonna say about that is like those groups that felt the way about what he said eventually did try to reach out and educate him, so that he didn't have that mindset or speak out of turn or in the ignorance of like not really understanding what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Rather than like, cause they could have just kept putting him down, and some people was like, okay, yeah, he got his shame already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He like you said, people deserve to be shamed. He got his shame now. moving forward, what can we do to help this enlighten this person further? You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want, if obviously if we have a problem with something, we should be trying to fix it and not just destroy it. Is basically what I'm saying. So yeah, that went how it went, you know. Um, but yeah, and to me, I don't know if I'm doing too much of the talking. You can chime in whenever you want.
Oh, I'm like,
And y'all can chime in too. You know what I'm saying? I just
does anybody
posted the
even
link.
hear it?
I don't know. It's
How would you
Monday
know?
right here. You see it say live. We've been live for 20 minutes. There we go.
Zero.
0. The last time when I was doing it, I had like maybe like 5 at the most. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, it's whatever. I'm gonna repost it a couple times and everything. And this is just like the intro episode. These are all things that we're gonna talk back about eventually at some point.
Okay.
You know.
Like pirate, right? They just, this right
Arr.
here, this biker vibes right here.
um, no, I was gonna say what was I gonna say? Oh, so a lot back on the black traumas and whatnot.
Mhm.
I was trying to do a little research because I wanted to be like really thorough about this topic. And
We're just talking for what we know personally.
yeah, exactly. So I just and I know and I like to speak and I like to speak articulately, what I'm saying, and with valid points and not just mostly opinions, or at least opinions that are based in fact to some degree.
So we want to come to y'all with statistics, real pieces of information, in the way of the real
Oh,
IRLs. That y'all was burnt on something, right? Told you that might have true. But we just want to come with y'all
I
with
don't
the
got no
correct stuff,
eyebrow.
and then we'll give our opinions, and then y'all can share y'all opinions.
So, well, when I was doing my research, right,
Mm-hmm.
like on like black trauma as a whole, I realized everything was started more so from slavery, like Black American trauma. Like that was like the root of where all my research was leading me. But I kind of wanted to see if it went deeper than that. Really, that's really why I was researching it because it's easy to just be like, okay, slavery started because lazy Europeans or whatever wanted to torture and rule over the natives and certain indigenous people and people from Africa and everything, and just for their own benefit, financially or whatever.
You know,
And I was like, I wonder if it goes back
it
deeper
does
than
go
that.
back
Like,
deeper.
what do you think? What do you think
Like
about that?
like even before
Like
Americans,
caste systems and
yeah, even I believe even since the beginning of time. But I can research that as well. I used to be in PhD world history classes, and even before
shout out the
America,
nerds.
even before America, you know, caste systems have always been based off of darker skin to lighter skin.
Hmm.
Always, always, always. You know what I'm saying? So we are not the first slaves. You know what I'm saying? Have things been worse for us? Yes. But then I was also looking up uh, like Hawaii back then.
Hmm.
And at first how they had a caste system. So even the darker people over there were more liable, you know what I'm saying, to be born up in the caste system because of their skin. And lighter skin have high hierarchy, you know what I'm saying? Then this also goes back to parts of China where people were darker and always got it worse. In India where people are darker and get it worse, you know.
Hmm.
So I mean, it goes back, you know what I'm saying, or even always the European part of the world, going back 2,000, 3,000 years ago, were always trying to pick from Africa, you know what I'm saying, including China and everything. So this is not the first, you know what I'm saying. We got things in written history to a certain extent, but we're still finding out more and more as people excavate certain sites and stuff. So
Hmm.
we keep y'all updated on that because I'm really big on archaeology and findings stuff like
Yeah, like this particular topic can have one, two, three, four, five, seven, eight different chapters and stuff. Like I want this, to keep this conversation going. I'm gonna keep reposting the video, getting people to engage, and like then and telling us, look at you
this. Yeah.
smiling. But and like just getting everybody to really like it's just like a post. It's just like a regular Facebook post. If I was to post this shit, somebody would comment, and then somebody else will comment, and then we have a real discussion. But like this is just in a podcast format where I'm making videos and talking about it because like I like topics like this. Now, two things I wanted to say to what you
Mhm.
said, or two questions rather. Like, and I know, like I said, I have a feeling, and I'm sure I'm just not really like grasping the information now, but I know to some degree some knowledge about like racism uh stretching back before slavery and everything. But I just wanted to know like why? Like why would somebody think like, oh, this person's skin is darker than mine. I should try to rape them or try to like murder them or try to make them like work for me for like money. Like I guess because I don't have this mindset of like just immediately seeing somebody that looks different from me and wanting to treat them like messed up that I just never understood. Like I don't resonate with those thoughts of like greed and pillaging and stuff and all that.
You know, my personal opinion. Now I'm gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a very logical man, right? And I'm a very spiritual like spiritual woman. He's like very getting very spiritual too. But you know, I just come from like that background where it's just like okay, it was taught to me when I was younger, so I kind of grew up in it, but branched outside of it, came back to it, and just got different perspectives or whatever. You know, so I think this goes all the way back to the fallen angels,
hmm
right? But before, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure if we came from all kind of shades and stuff, like it had to be intricate in heaven as much as it's intricate on earth. You know what I'm saying? Probably way more to like a different extent.
hmm
So it's just like,
So they were like black fallen angels that came down.
probably, man, you never know. Probably, you know what I'm saying? They're depicted in so many ways.
Now, see, because I know a little bit about that.
Like
Like,
a
you know, I was almost like a Hebrew Israelite for a little bit. Like Facebook knows, Facebook knows everything because they've seen me like go through my different phases and post different things and stuff. Like if anybody was paying attention, I don't know, but so yeah, I know a little bit about it, and I'm about like them like mingling like with like creating a lot of different types of sin. You know what I'm saying by mingling with like the people.
the daughters of men. That's what they call it,
Yeah.
or fallen angels, men of renown, whatever they call it. I feel like okay, why did they always talk about a superior race? And I think superior race went deeper than skin. I believe it also went as deep as the mindset and as deep as the lineage. Like how far certain people lineages go back and how far back they could date them into what tribes and stuff. And if you could pinpoint that, if you can go deeper than slavery, which I feel like we should definitely go deeper than slavery, because the world's always been fucked.
Yeah, and I've been finding out new things about slavery recently that is like contradicts a lot of stuff that I was taught, and it just kind of makes me wonder.
There's different types of slavery.
Let me see, I'm trying to get this mic.
Yeah, there is different types of slavery. You know what I'm saying? I've learned so many of like so much about. You hear about the Hebrew Israelites, you hear about the Jews, man, like even the dark skinned Asian where like did indentured like as servantry, working on the Great Wall of China, how they were more likely to be picked as slaves.
hmm Hmm. And then even the term black, like sometimes I'd be like, a lot of people don't identify. They be like, that's not a race. That's not
Negro
a. That's
Negro
not.
is
Yeah, I know. I think that was like one of the first few things that we were being called, like as far as like people with this melanated tone and everything, like Negro, nigger, nigga. Now the video gonna get taken down. Damn it.
Oh, right. I hope not.
No. Um, I mean, I'm black, but we'll see what happens. You know how the algorithm, the programming. But yeah, we've been called a lot of different things. But like, I don't know. The more I learn, the more I'm like not really sure certain what terms I want to use and how I feel about a lot of things, and that's why I try to be open to like talking to people and like researching things. Black Americans, African Americans. That's really what that is the most politically correct way that they tried to come up with a way to identify us.
Yeah,
And
I'm
a
trying
lot
to
of and a
find.
lot of people be like, I'm not from Africa. They be like, I'm American. You know what I'm saying? And so they don't like that the African part. And then on top of that, even if you like go through a lot of people's lineage and bloodline or whatever their DNA, like there's none of them come from Africa.
Yeah, I'm
So
like,
they've
I'm.
never been, and their family's not really from there because some of the people that are colored are like indigenous people. Like that's what I've been learning. Like even they say the slaves were like more so like the Native American indigenous people or whatever.
It's just like, I mean, if you look at some of these words and see how far they date back, which I'll be getting to, because I was just looking up something right now. I like to
What
give
word?
y'all information. The origin of black, you know what I'm saying, and what it meant in different
Yeah, people be like, I ain't black.
language,
Like my skin is brown.
yeah,
Like
different languages at that time. You know what I'm saying? Go and look up what it meant in Hebrew or Aramaic or what's that other word? Syrian or whatever it's called.
probably yeah, Syrian, um,
Okay, you got
Sumerian,
yeah, Sumerian.
Sumerian text.
Like you gotta look up those words to see how far they date back and what the meaning was to those words back then. And since that's some of the earliest dated stuff, it can give you more answers than probably than to in not I ain't gonna say probably than today's meaning. You can line it up with today's meanings of those words. You see how these words are. Words are cursed.
But you can definitely curse people with your
Words.
words. You know what
You know what I'm
I'm saying?
saying? It's the vibrations with words.
Yeah.
The what
I've
you say
been
and what tone. You know what you mean. That's like the intention behind words. What's these intentions behind words? So black people change their intention behind the words. You know what you mean. That's why the intention behind words.
okay. Shout out, little Brody. Hold on a second, man. Why am I not seeing you? Oh, I left the chat box. Can't post comments. Okay. Oh,
We got people. We got people.
my little brother was watching, and my cousin was watching.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you for supporting.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's not showing on here. Like the last time I used this app, it was showing on here. But yeah, I'm gonna chit chat to y'all with y'all on here. Let me turn the volume down. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out Jay Lee. You know what I'm saying? My little brother. He said, "Hey, bro, it's your new channel." Yeah. I mean, well, I have two pages. I'm streaming to my Croywin artist page as well as my regular page, which and my YouTube. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? We trying to do a little podcast thing. Babe's so bright. She's so smart. She's so spiritual and everything. Like I just like I've always wanted to do this, but then like doing it with you, you know what I'm saying? You give me a different perspective, and so you could like you got knowledge you should be sharing with more than just me. You know what I'm saying?
We trying to enlighten the people. We trying to wake up the people. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna touch on many things. You know what I'm saying? This already, it's not always gonna even be topics. We gonna start doing amusement parks and stuff. What was that?
That was you when you beat the table. You strong.
Oh.
You got shit shaking and shit back there.
But yeah, I do amusement parks. I like going to amusement parks, Six Flags. So we're gonna do a lot of blogging. We're gonna eventually get cameras and all that other stuff. We're trying to really break away from the warehouse and planet refinery industry and kind of do things that give us more free time for creativity. Because I don't believe humans were made to work 40 and 60 hours a week.
That's the same shit. The same thing my cousin David always says. He gave us a like too, a little thumbs up. Shout out Digo, the goat. Uh, but yeah, I agree. I've always been more of a person that was into like media outlets and things that are creative and things that are thought provoking and things that are like, you know what I'm saying, healing and fun and like I don't just wanna but and like shout out to those industries too because I mean like I always like somebody has to do it. It's very important to the economy and you know what I'm saying, even though like it's kinda toxic for the environment, but like
What is?
the refinery more or less.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Did that for a while.
I have a problem with humans making things that they cannot destroy. Why would you make something that you can't destroy, that can't decay, that will constantly bring the earth to a state of unreversible damage?
Hmm. Speak on it, sis.
You know, let's get the people's life. And like I like to my phrase this year has been let's take a seat at the table. Like let's gather around. We do the discussions and the topics that everybody really needs to get engaged in because we are too far disconnected.
Yeah, we definitely are like disconnected as a people. I talk about it like in my songs all the time. I tell people all the time I have a hard time even just connecting with like a lot of male friends in general, and I feel like it's important to have those. I feel like I have like a lot of strong feelings about like the perception of black men, how we are perceived, and the perception that we give out as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a whole nother
Topic.
discussion too. Like I don't know, don't know how deep we're gonna go today. But I was thinking like just doing a little hour and stuff. You know.
Let me go on my Facebook and share.
Oh look, this got captions.
Oh shoot.
Girl, we live.
We live.
My bad.
Okay.
But yeah. Once again, you know what I'm saying. The link is right there. The link is right there. I'ma keep on sharing. So as y'all know, I'm an artist. Again, for anybody who is just not tuning in or whatever, whatever. Uh oh, you gonna jump on?
Who's some people on here? Who's in the room? Is that somebody watching?
That's you, ain't it?
Oh, head ass. Oh my god. I can't tell y'all how so much I do so much head ass shit. Man, oh my god. This is weed. I'm
No,
running
it's
on
fine.
weed.
It's fine, but we still able to get blazed and have higher perspective conversations.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like healing conversations and stuff. Um,
Oh, we spoke about weed.
you still did.
I'm so ashamed of myself. I should have went to the book. I really think it was me.
That's cool.
I was like, ooh, it's comfortable. That's some outside shit.
Yeah, man. Like we be having them days. You know, y'all know what them days are like. The same,
Yes.
the Black American trauma days. No,
What?
no, I'm just kidding. This is probably just like every,
Bologna sandwiches.
just like it. Nah, anybody no below. This is over here. We eating good lobster, steak, veal, caviar, and all that, and all that, and all that. Right?
Yeah, kind of. Not like we be splurging and
Nah, yeah, no, we've been eating at that. We went to that Indian restaurant
shit. Ooh, they was popping. First of
a
all,
couple too many times.
Indian food is way too good. Way, way too good. Like they're like this season. They're like Caribbean food, Indian food. If you going in, that's my favorite.
Yeah, shout out to all the Caribbean people out there. Y'all can see the flag in the back. Hold on. Let's see what it say. American grown with Trinidad roots. Hey, But yeah, man. Like you said, baby. You said there's a disconnect, and
It's a major disconnect. I think since the pandemic hit, we were already disconnected. It's that's always been a talk for the last 5, 7 years since the
shoot,
internet just
way longer than
enhances
that.
more and more every day. The phones enhance more and more, and saying more things, more apps come up to where it's taking our attention away from human interaction, from outdoors, from
Um, my man's Alex is watching. He's a local artist.
Oh, that's cool.
hmm We got the studio. We'll be linking up with him soon.
Is that right?
Hmm? Mm.
Oh, we're
No,
supposed to be together with a lot of folks. That's
I know. I be tired, man. But I'm
life.
gonna get on the ball because you know I'm too damn sexy. I'm too damn smart. I'm too damn talented
Too sexy to be put. Too
to be
sexy
where
to
I'm
be.
at in life.
Too sexy
Now,
to
but I'm very blessed. You know what I'm
be. Honestly, blessed than
saying?
most. Not gonna lie. Not trying to flex. Just saying.
Highly favored, and I think that's what gives me a kind of a not to sound like conceited, but more of a higher perspective on topics like these.
Yeah,
Cause like
you get to a certain
some
point.
people be like, man, I'm good about none of that. The puppies.
Ready
He
to
woke up.
ready to use the restroom bar? Or you want to play now?
He looked like he want to play.
Yeah.
Guys want to meet Panda?
Yes, let me hear that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great calls and Spanish. That's like that's how many words there. First of all, I'm a cat person. Like he really has to give me like he brought the dogs in. I just was like, ooh, okay, I had a love for dogs.
This
Love
is
how I
Panda.
love.
Oh my bad. This is Panda, guys. Panda. He was sold to me by my classmate, and he's my new little son. He's very, very feisty, very bad, mischievous. And he's like 7 weeks old, something like that. Hmm.
I just like rounded it up to eight. Are you okay? Like, yeah, you're fine.
So we all the way off topic now, all the way. We have gone off nowhere with this. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, but yeah, man, we could talk about. I mean, for us to talk about any type of trauma, we have to talk about trauma in general. And
Just like from the beginning, which came from separate. That goes into many different avenues.
right, I remember what you, and that was a good point because she said we came into this world with trauma. Like being born was traumatic in and of itself. You
Yes.
crying, yeah, you said that first.
What was I saying? Birth is a very traumatic thing. Very traumatic. Like, it even hurts the child to be born. They gotta come out the tight birth canal. It squeezes their head. Oxygen hurts the lungs when it first comes into it. So things are very traumatic from there. But then that child learns eventually to adapt in so many hours, days, you know, until it gets, we're always constantly adapting. And it's up to us to either get the positive or the negative out of it.
Yeah, see, and I was born in the '80s, so I was very much in that whole walk it off, get over it, like life goes on type of thing, which is true. Life does go on, and I do kind of feel like to a certain extent you do have to get over things at least the best you can, but like it takes time. You have to address it first, like like not to sound cliche, but that's like the first step to healing it is like, as signifying it, like acknowledging it.
tapping her head on.
Hmm.
You have to, because then it'll forever linger if you don't.
Yeah.
If you don't address it, if you don't deal with it, you're gonna always continue to put things
Or keep masking it
on
with
a
jokes and comedy, like we said earlier.
back burner, and then eventually you end up playing a victim mindset. You don't want to always be a fucking victim,
Exactly.
because then you become a victim narcissist. See how things turn?
That's true.
Because I actually have fucking
Hmm. Hmm. Enough with me.
accountability.
Accountability is my new favorite word of the year. It applies to so many things. Like when I think about, like I used to watch a lot of relationship stuff like this year, and that was the term I heard them using in the manosphere, as they call it. Um, Guys just complaining about certain women not being able to take accountability, but there's times when guys don't take accountability, and even like when I think about racism, like white, I hate to say it, white people sometimes don't want to take accountability, and it's like, yeah, you might not have necessarily done anything, but like it's important for the knowledge to be known. I was watching earlier, it was like a Trevor Noah thing, and he was saying a lot of a lot of states are like they're banning like African American history and anything that is like proving of what I'm saying our traumatic past and things
Trying
that
to,
happened to us, like trying to like
try,
I guess they made it seem like they're trying to protect the children, like, but we don't want to spread that kind of narrative and stuff, and it's like you can't just pick and choose, like Drake said, a tell some, not a tell all. Like you got to tell it all.
yeah. I
You
mean,
got to
but
be
then Eurocentric people culture.
like it
Just
happens, like
it's something they always tried to do. Always, 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 always. As long as there was white people, always. It's okay.
hmm
Not saying that. Always,
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like the people who are living now in this generation, the white or Caucasian people, are like feeling guilt and feeling like, why do white people have to get blamed for everything? And you know what I'm saying? Like it's like they really be having breakdowns and meltdowns, and we like nobody's blaming you, but like the younger generations deserve to still know like what actually happened, like how this country was built, and like the truth about it and everything. You know what I'm saying? And understand that people just need their real. Like kids need their real too. You know, there was another show I was watching when I was on the plane, like when I went on vacation not too long ago, and it's Jim Carrey starring in it, and he's like a little children's TV show host, and he was wanting to do an episode on how to deal with trauma, and they told him, no, we can't do that. Like the ratings will drop. Like no, no, that's not what people want to see, and he was like, it's important even at that age that kids learn how to cope and manage, and you know what I'm saying, with certain feelings and stuff, like instead of trying to sugarcoat everything, just like you said earlier. But I never finished watching it. I think it's called. I don't know if anybody knows the name of that show. Y'all could chime in. It's a Jim Carrey, like it's like a serious show though. Jim Carrey's a comedian, but he like
he talks about a whole bunch of topics.
he's like woke Jim Carrey right now.
And where man, Jim Carrey always been with the shit. It's like, I know coming up, you know what I'm saying, some of the main people I was watching was like Dick Gregory,
Them nuts
R.I.P.
messing me up. Well, my teeth.
I know. So Dick Gregory, he was very stable. Put me on a lot of stuff. We talked about a lot.
Dick Gregory.
What? You never seen Dick Gregory?
I'm trying to think like I know it's probably bad, but I'm trying to think like why does the name drawing a bell?
If you know him, if you see him, you know.
Yeah, I figured. Oh, okay, he's a comedian. Yeah, I know who Dick Gregory is. I'm thinking of Dr. Sebi for some reason.
It's like that old black man look.
hmm Uh, Paul Mooney, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All the dudes. This is stuff like farm information and stuff like that. There's this other dude, and like he's like a New York dude. He always like having conversations on the block and stuff. And sometimes some of the rappers will come up and spit some with him. Like I don't know his name,
Hmm?
but I feel like if you see him, you know.
It's a show.
No, it's just he was talking about how.
We probably shouldn't be eating on the air. We're very unprofessional. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No,
I
no, I'm just messing around.
was like, oh shit, I'm fucked up. This is unprofessional.
By no way, shape, form, or fashion am I a professional podcaster or anything of the sort. But I'm gonna continue to learn and grow and try to do this and get y'all to engage, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see.
I'm always using peanut butter. Not always. Okay.
They say Dick Gregory, Blueberry, Blueberry. I'm talking about a lot. Dick Gregory. So I'm watching. Look, y'all, we breaking the fourth wall.
What's that?
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
That's like what Deadpool does. So I just recently put on Deadpool too. For all
Oh
the
yeah.
Marvel fans,
Well,
anybody like Deadpool. But
I
he
wish
breaks the fourth wall, which is basically he's a character in the show,
I need
but
to watch
he
that. Season.
will look at the camera and talk directly to us while he's, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Like
being,
we're second person.
it's like him being first person, third person. I believe I forgot how that person stuff works again. First person is when you like just saying I. Third person, I guess, is like he, and second person is you. Yeah, you.
No.
That's not how it go. It's on.
Third person is me talking to me, huh? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's been a while since I did. That's the English storytelling, story writing, like writing
Uh-huh.
narrative and stuff. But I know breaking the fourth wall is
Like
when, like,
I bet you're wondering how.
yeah, basically that's breaking the fourth wall. So it's like technically we on a show right now, but we showing them the viewers that we're on a show while showing them like it keeps going. It's a lot of.
Infinite
It's
doors.
like when you look, you ever face the mirror to a mirror, and you just see like,
That shit is crazy.
yeah, like it is trippy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like such a simple thing, but it's trippy. Like mirror, mirror, then it's like, damn, it's like a thousand more
Dimensions.
rare reflections or dimensions. Get into that trippy talk.
Hey. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that you brought that up because first of all, I'm a Marvel fan. I love Doctor Strange. White man come over. So it's like he talks about the mirror dimension, and I believe it really certain stuff really exists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, first of all, a bitch has been on shrooms, and a bitch has been on some acid. Okay, should I say it on live? I
You
mean, he
already
already here.
did. You already did. You already did. So it's like, uh,
Disclaimer: I don't. I do not recommend doing those things.
and stay in school, children. Education is key. There's a lot of misinformation out there in this day and age too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like people getting social media PhDs nowadays and
Right.
internet doctorates.
And it's today, really Monday.
Probably.
No, it's not. Because at one point in time, they have to reset the calendar. Look it up. Today's probably not even really fucking Monday. Who knows what the fuck day it is? Honestly.
When we think about it though, everything I've said this all the time. I guess sometimes I could be kind of a nihilist, somebody that just thinks like there's no rhyme or reason to anything, and like nothing really matters. Like it, like on this plane of life at least, it's all just kind of like going through the motions. But I don't really try to think that way.
I mean, you couldn't because they do.
But I'm really just like it's just because like numbers, right? Letters, like all this stuff is just like was just made up. That's why like when people get insulted by certain words and phrases, I'm like, why? Like that's a completely made up thing. Like I used to think the word thought was stupid, and you gotta think about it. At one point, that word wasn't even a word. It didn't make sense. Now, if you call somebody that, well,
Because
well,
then you
but
put meaning behind it.
besides Pop Smoke. Now, if you call somebody that, they offended. Oh, yeah. Exactly, because we created meaning. So I was like, I could just as easily make up a word right now and say abyssal warp, and
Bizzle
say,
warp.
and just say that means that your breath stink. Or if I go around and start calling people abyssal warp, like,
People
should
got
they should they really be offended by
people
that? I
really
just
got
made that up.
halitosis out here. That's so
Yeah, that's what it is. Abyssal warp is somebody with halitosis. Bug out the abyssal warp, bro.
crazy.
But I'm saying, like, you see how stupid it sounds when you put it into real context? Like, I literally just made that up. And all words are made up. And people just choose to be offended because they know somebody's trying to offend them. So I'm just like,
Sorry. But like that's why people are offended because they know that you're
they,
trying to
they,
offend
they
them.
know the intent. They know the intent of what you trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, there's no nice way to say thought. Thought ass bitch.
yeah,
Like,
even the word bitch itself. Well, bitch is a female dog, which it's funny because I just recently started hearing the word. It's gonna bleep it out or here. Watch. I don't know. I don't know. But look, I was remember we was watching stuff about the dog, about the puppies and stuff. They was talking about female dogs, and they used the word, and I was just like, I kind of chuckled because I'm like, I'm not used to hearing that word used how it's actually supposed to be used. It's
yeah, it's
normally
always in a
just,
negative connotation.
yeah, like it was always like a curse word to me. It's like a jackass. It's a
Yeah,
donkey.
I mean, it's enough.
So if you say, "Oh, bitch and a jackass walked in the bar," are you talking about two animals? Are you talking about some some people that suck?
I mean, it's
Most
true, but
most
it's funny.
most people will go first to that first line and be like, "Oh man, it's two suck ass people, a bitch and a jackass, huh?" But it's just funny, like in the English language. Yeah, it definitely blurred it out here. I saw the asterisks. So I'm learning. If my videos start to get flagged or banned or anything, I'm gonna start like editing them. I'm gonna learn like how far we can go in here because I don't, know. I be seeing with YouTubers talk all the time like, oh, YouTube flagged banned my video and da 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 da. The algorithms.
Hmm. That's crazy. But it to be a free speech society, a lot of platforms sure are taking away free speech.
Yeah, Erica Badu had that one post where she was like, "You better think before they take away they take away that too,
Hmm.
or charge you for that too, or
Yeah.
something like that." Free thinking, free speech is already diminishing. Free thinking is already on this way too.
Really.
But man, I don't know, man. I'm not. I've never been like a good person with authority and stuff. Like, I just, I'm very like a move to the beat of my own drum. Like, I do what I do. I was not made to be in no military. I barely like the regular laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a problem in school. Me and jobs didn't really click. Like, this is just me.
I mean, with
The major authoritative figure in my life was always my dad. You know what I'm saying? He was the one person I was okay with, like, had to deal with. He's very strict. And by the time I got out his house, I was like, that's it. Ain't nobody else telling me nothing else. Like,
I
that was
mean,
just
when
like what
something
mine said.
is telling you to do something that's against your natural human rights, when I say natural human rights, I don't want to say the rights that you feel. You know, what I'm saying people feel a lot of different ways because it's probably weird to us. It's not weird to them.
Hmm.
So, but when I say natural human rights, you know what I'm saying? Just like basically the law of the land, and the law of the land is real different. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't believe in Jesus, you know what I'm saying? He's, or Christ, whatever,
Hmm.
Yahweh, Yeshua.
Hmm.
Um, Even if you don't believe in that, you know what I'm saying? He still gave the people the law of the land. You know what I'm saying? Just basic human rights to love each other and take care of each other, you know what I'm saying? Not hurt each other, not, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's crazy if you would just follow that, and even if you weren't religious, and see how much better your life be.
That's what I say all the time. The golden rule, like that's like the main thing in life. Just don't do nothing to nobody you wouldn't want them to do to you. Cause like the whole concept of like dudes that be banging and stuff, like you'll go shoot somebody granny house up and be that's just a normal Tuesday for you because you that nigga, right? I'm sorry, I did it again. Cause you, cause you did that's you and can't nobody mess with you. You top dog. But then when somebody comes shoot your granny house up, you crying and all this, and oh, why? It's like, why did you do that to that person?
Like I
You
said,
know what I'm saying? Like eye for eye. Like a lot of people really believe like that. Like I had a big thing about revenge. Like I would never like really do anything to people, but once I was done wrong, I was like, oh boy, I got,
like
I gotta get mine.
you know what I'm saying? Like you know what shit you can do. You know what I'm saying? If you like, there's people that's really out there who like, you know what? I'm gonna get this nigga back, even if we gotta die. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. So it's just like I know certain things that I wouldn't want nobody doing to me. So I try to live my life in a way that I don't do stuff to other people. But you know, um, that's pretty much it. That was pretty much just gonna do an hour. We had an hour now.
Oh shit,
That went by quick, huh?
yeah, it is.
A couple people chimed in. Shout out Max Wayne, that's my homie from back in the day. MPA, you know what I'm saying? Proud Panthers, baby. Uh uh so we had Max, we had David did a thumbs up, Jay Lee and Alex.
Y'all are the best. Thank you guys for tuning in. Share. Really means a lot.
So again, this is rap. And rap has like a lot of different meanings. Cause like I said, I'm an artist, baby. It's a budding artist as well. And rap originally stands for rhythm and poetry. For those who don't know, it's an acronym in and of itself. So it's like I wanted to flip that again. You know, we could be on here and talk about some like David too. You gotta tap in, bro, because my boy is cold with the crypto trading, and you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to we day trading
Mm-hmm.
as well. You know what I'm saying. Investments as a whole. So rap could also be rich and prosperous because you know we want to create a platform to help people become rich and prosperous. Rhythm and poetry, rich and prosperous. Uh, and we just really amazing people. Like I want people to be on here and then like chime in and stuff whenever we do a live one. There may be some times when I just record it and then just upload it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But I really prefer the live format. But people got to tap in, man. Yeah, live is better, man. Live is better. I see people here. Somebody watching, but we already blazed now. I'm about to. So we did. Look at my eye. Laser eye. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we about to chuck the deuce. So this is rap intro episode 1. Your boy Croy, D to the Jizzle, signing off.